Good evening and welcome to the Mancunian Way. Hope we are all good. Back with another preview. Evening, gentlemen. Morning.
Good morning.
Hi,
here.
Martin.
Hi, Martin. How are you doing? Patrick?
Not too bad.
Alan, hope you're well, mate.
Good.
Okay then. So we're back at home on Wednesday. West Ham United. Pat, how are we feeling about it?
Confident, as we should be. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. As we've mentioned in previous shows, all we want is a result. We're not really too concerned about the performance. We just want to be effective.
Okay. Sorry, Alan, was you saying something?
I'm confident. It'll be a tough game. I'm confident. You know, they're fighting for obviously to stay up, so that won't be easy. So it'll be a hard game, a bit similar to Fulham. And they'll be in our face. They've got decent players, but just haven't performed this year, West Ham, to be fair.
Okay. By the way, yes, Charlie, I got your DM. And yes, there are loads of tickets still available for Leeds, mate. There are tickets available for Leeds. There are tickets still available for tomorrow night as well, if anyone wants to go. There's about 500-600 tickets still available for tomorrow. There's about nearly 600 left, mate. The last time I checked, about 25-30 minutes ago, while I was at my parents'. Good evening. Borges will play Wednesday. No, right, listen. Just because you're watching him in the training photos doesn't mean he's playing. Calm down, FIFA. Don't get ahead of yourself. You got to remember, the EDS season's virtually done. They've won the league. So he's now bringing him in to come and train.
And he brings them into train, which it improves them. That's why he does it.
And also, you'll see ones that will probably go out on loan or get sold will start coming into training now. The first team, yeah. And from what I understand, they've been sporadically doing that all season anyway. I do apologise. I was late because I was just coming back from mum and dad's. People don't realise that Borges and exactly. They've been training all season on and off with the first team. It just so happens now their season's virtually done. They've won the league. Big congratulations to them. They've done their own three-peat. So might as well bring him in and come and train with the first boys. Nathan Aki is back in training. There was no KDB. He was missing again from training. So we'll know more tomorrow in Pep's press conference.
Yeah. I've got a sticky feeling he won't play and rest him till the weekend.
Let's do some damage indeed, Robert. We will.
There's every possibility he may not even play for Leeds. I think Pep might protect him from Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's my thought. Why race to get back one game if you're going to risk him for two?
Well, Aki's back.
I think he's just got to rest him, mate. You can't afford to get injured towards the end of the season. Not KDB. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Martin, can I put a question to you, mate? Because I'll take over the show temporarily. But no, look, mate.
All right, Alan, number two.
Do you feel? That's the worst insult I've ever had. Do you feel with West Ham that they may be? Sure, they are floating towards the bottom, but let's be honest, the teams around them that are performing a lot worse than they are. Do you think they're putting all their eggs in the Conference League basket?
No, I think they need to get a couple of wins, and then you could probably say, you could do that. I've just looked at the table literally just before I came on. Actually, I've got it here. 1 second, the table.
Never said he didn't.
They're minus 10 on goal difference, 34 points. And the one below them is Leicester at 30 points. So they're 4 points in front. I think 1 or maybe 2 points, two more wins. And I think you could pretty much guarantee they're safe. And I just watched the Leicester game when I got up this morning. And obviously Leicester, they had a big chance of winning that game when they missed a penalty. So Madison's not feel too good with himself this morning to push a gap between them and need a couple of more wins to make sure. But they're pretty much gone out, in my opinion. I think they've had it. But we will see. We'll see what happens.
Yes, they do. Good evening to Big Morgan. How are you, mate? Abdallah, good evening. The buzzing, no idea. It's coming from Alan somewhere. It's sat on somewhere.
It's probably the heater in my room. Just give me another 5 minutes.
Good evening, Jessica. Yeah, it's getting over to winter for you boys now, isn't it?
Yeah, probably still warmer than what you got.
Hello, mate. Got a question for you. Would you rather win the Premier League or lose the league, but win the Champions League? I'd rather win the league all day. League is always bread and butter for me, citizens for life. Sorry, but it is.
League for me.
League is always bread and butter. And that will always be the case for me. Good evening, Liz. For me, you win. I enjoy winning a marathon better than a sprint.
Yeah, well, you know, I think I'll be honest with you now. I want to win the league, obviously, but I really do want to win the Champions League this year as well.
No, the question was which one would you rather?
One's got to drop.
One's got to drop.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's a difficult one because I really want the Champions League this year. I really do want it big time. Yeah,
Alan, I was expecting you to say you want the FA Cup now more than anything because of who we have to beat.
I know. Well, that's another thing. We're playing United. The FA Cup to me is a bigger game than the Champions League because it's those.
It has become that all of a sudden.
You can't fluke the league.
No, you can't.
You can fluke the Champions League.
Yeah, you can. I agree.
So that's why
it's a different
league for
me. It's a different. I honestly do. I do think we will miss out on one, but I'm not sure which one.
Let's put on wait. If they miss out on the league over the Champions League, I will be almightily pissed off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, I agree, but it's the
don't give me what the club want, Alan. That wasn't what the club. No, because you don't know that for a fact at all. Don't tell me you do, because you don't. You have no idea that the club would rather win the Champions League over the league at all.
They do.
You don't, Alan, at all. You've heard from Brian Marwood. No, Alan, you've heard from Brian Marwood, who's in charge of the City group, not a Manchester City. Don't think New York City give a tom tit what we're doing in the Champions League, mate, whether you like that or not. Melbourne City don't give a tom tit what we're doing in the Champions League. Don't sit there pretending Melbourne City, New York City, and Yokohama are all sat there with City shirts on going, come on, Manchester City, because they're just not, Alan.
Well, I know that because
then no, come on.
I'm not saying that, but you know, the club have made it common. I've made it common out there now that they want the Champions League more than anything. That is their target, whether you like it or not.
Mate, you find me that quote, please. You find me the quote where Pep said, "I want the Champions League over the Premier League." You find me that exact quote.
He wants them all.
No, you find me the quote.
He wants them all. He's greedy. He wants them all.
You just said he wants the Champions League over the league. You find me that quote.
1 second. Well, you go and talk to Patrick.
I'll see you in an hour.
1 second. Let's talk about the West Ham game. Let's talk about the West Ham game because it's not going to be easy.
Listen, West Ham are currently they are currently 15th in the league. They've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 1 of their last 5. Currently sitting on 34 points, so they're 4 points above the bottom 3. Roughly, I'd probably say 1 more win gets them safe.
Yep.
Looking at it, and you got beat by Palace at the weekend. They've got us, United, Brentford, Leeds, and Leicester. Personally, I mean, I'm going to sound something. I don't have an issue at home. If this was away, I'd be a little bit more nervous. Because we're at the Fortress Etihad, I back us to do it all day.
Yep. And someone alluded to in the comments before that apparently, Martin, I think the West Ham, someone quoted in the comments before that West Ham players, a few of the West Ham players are absolutely gassed. So, you know, they're going to be coming into this probably just as knackered as some of our players are going to be. So, tit for tat, you know, they're going to have to focus a lot harder now because they're more worried about, you know, falling back to the pack a little bit more in terms of the drop zone. So they might look at this as a free hit, but they can't necessarily just go in there and just hammer and tongs and expect to, you know, expect that there's going to be some sort of an upset. So that's why I'm confident. I'm very confident.
A lot of people. I mean, there's one or two saying Champions League, Alan, but there's a majority saying league.
Well, I agree. They want the both. I want them both, but I really want to win the Champions League. That is my personal opinion. I want it this year because we've won the league loads of times. I really want to win the Champions League because that is what the target of the officials of the club do. What do you mean, wow?
Arrogant.com there. We won the league loads of times now.
We have.
I'll never get sick of winning that Premier League, Alan. Never get sick of it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You just said we won the league loads of times.
Hang on. I said to Patrick, how dare you say I never get sick? Neither do I. But I want the Champions League.
Yeah, but by the way, if
I want it too, but I'm not. It's not the be all and end all. It's not what I'm waking up hoping for every day.
If we win it, we win
it. It's an add-on. It's an add-on to success.
Well, let's say without swearing too hard, but we effed it up in the last time we got to the final, didn't we? Let's be honest. We didn't.
Well, that's in the past, mate. We're not Reds, so it's all good.
Yeah, Alan's having a chat with Melbourne City owners.
US go woo.
Yeah.
League all day for me, Martin. Maybe an old school thing. Alan was old school. I don't know what happens to him.
I am old school. I was at Main Road in 71. All the way
exactly,
right
through. You're spot on, mate. Alan's just making up quotes now. Exactly. He's just coming out.
Alan was at Main Road in 71, fresh off winning our other European trophies. I don't know what he's on about.
Yeah, well, this is it. Yeah. We did. You're quite right. We did.
Listen, I enjoy West Ham. I always think there's a bit of an affiliation between the City and the West Ham fans. There always seems to be that respect between the two sets of fans. And I do like West Ham as a football club. Been down there many times, been down to Upton Park, or when they left, it was the bowling stadium. And obviously been down to the London Stadium, which is not such a great stadium. If I'm honest with you, it's nice to look at. It's not great for viewing, if I'm honest with you. Unless you're in the bottom tier of the away end, you're about 15 miles away. Yeah. So it ain't a great footballing venue, shall we say.
Yeah. I feel like when you're there, Martin, you have to watch it through binoculars if you're not in the right spot.
No, when I went, I was on the bottom tier, and there's two tiers. There's the bottom one, and then there's a big, huge, like where the running track was, and then there's a big, massive. Then there's the second part of the away tier.
Yeah, it reminds me of when we try to watch football matches at the Olympic Stadium here in Sydney, where they've just kept. Well, they haven't necessarily kept the track, but they've basically just grown grass over the track, and it's just. You can be in the front row and you just feel like you're just miles away from the action.
Well, you get the stands push forward, don't they? Like they do at the MCG and the Marble Stadium here. They push forward about 10, 15 metres, so that there's a gap in between the tiers.
Yeah, that's more for AFL and for cricket, but for football, it's just the same dimensions. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, our record against West Ham. Does anyone know the last time they beat us?
It wasn't.
I don't mean League Cup. Talking league.
No, it wasn't in the Pep era. I think it was actually. I think I remember this one because I used it as a trivia. It was It was early in Pellegrini's last season, so sort of like August, September 2015. And I think Kevin De Bruyne scored his first goal for City as well. We lost 2-1, 2-1 at the Etihad, I think.
2015.
Yeah.
So getting on to, past nearly 8 years now. Nearly 8 years since the last time they picked anything up against us.
Didn't you go to the one we got beat in the League Cup and you went all the way down?
Yeah, it was the League Cup though, that Alan.
And then you lost when we lost, though. So we tried to ban you from going somewhere.
Well, technically, no, you don't ban me from jack shit, mate, so you're all right. Simple fact is, we didn't get beat because the game ended as a draw.
And we lost on penalties.
Yeah. Martin, you're still going Everton away, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's our free hit, is it?
Well, I watched Everton.
That's our free hit now, is it?
Yeah, I watched Everton and Leicester today. I watched Everton tonight, and they didn't impress me very. Leicester were far better side.
Leicester,
fascinating.
I mean, I just look at it. West Ham.
When you got 2 relegation teams scrapping it out, they can be absolutely fascinating. I kind of wish I got up early and watched it.
It was actually quite good. It was end to end. It was going. They were both going for the end.
Yeah.
Me too, Julie. Therefore, on the beach. Yeah, Chelsea's talking about not won it enough. Keep it going. I don't nail it yet. I'm totally with you. We haven't won it. We have not won it enough. We might lose our FA Cup final to Manchester City. I hope you do. In my opinion, we play 4-3-3. EDS, Aki fit. No, what? Oh, Edison, Aki fit. Diaz, Stones, Walker, KDB fit. Silva, Rodri, Foden, Haaland, Alvarez. I think 1 or 2 won't be there. Sir Alan is starting to sound like an entitled United fan.
We are entitled to win everything. We're entitled to win everything every single year. So I'm taking the Liverpool attitude now.
Bye bye. Anyway, swiftly moving on. With that crap. Nearly £1,000 for a season ticket, so I want to win the league. I'm with you, mate. I want to know where all these other fans are tomorrow night, Wednesday night. Nearly 600 tickets still. Where are they all?
Don't get sold.
Will we'll see.
Yeah, they will.
They haven't been sold yet, Alan.
Well, they will be sold. Don't worry. It'll only be the family stand up be empty, like it always is.
No, Alan. I don't know. You can call a family stand. You sit in your living room stand.
I don't. I sit in the Imperial, mate, when watching games.
Exactly. So be quiet now. Listen, I go to games. You don't. So shh. We'll talk about the ETIHAD sunshine, our atmosphere.
Alan's saving up money to put like a shallow, like arch wall above that staircase in the background so he can have his own tunnel club.
Got a big one. Terry says, I want the Champions League. You're in the minority at the minute, Terry. Vater's just joined us. I don't know whether, when he's driving at the minute, so I don't know whether he wants me to put him in yet or not. I'll wait till he gives me the okay. I've got to try and do this in a safe manner. The only thing I would say is that I would like to win all 3 just for Pep. Such a brilliant manager. Yeah. Oh, he's here. Evening, mate.
How's it going? Sorry for the lighting or how it's being picked up with the camera, but thanks for having me on the show. Hope you guys are good.
Typical Canadian. Typical Canadian, always apologizing.
It's what makes us Canadian, man. We're overly polite.
Yeah.
It won't shut right
much of a good thing, though, mate.
It really won't, mate. It will not shut them up because you just say you bought it.
So I missed the intro. Obviously, I'm running some errands. I don't know. Actually, why is the lighting so bad? What's going on here? But what did I miss? It's very sunny, but I'm in the car and I'm trying to figure out why the angle is making it that bright. It's actually weird.
You're driving through Philadelphia.
No, it's late.
What about you being followed by a UFO?
Well, it's one of those days where I thought I had a few things prepared to actually just veg at the house and not need anything, but there's a few ingredients that I realize I can't enjoy my meal now, so I'm running out real quick.
Gotta do it. Good evening, Addy. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you found us, and welcome to the family, mate. Living room stand. Yeah, that's where Alan sits while he's sat there slagging off the Etihad. Pissed off about Real Madrid ticket fiasco. Yeah, I think some are still. Listen, you just got to park that for now. Let the club deal with it. I'm sure they'll figure something out.
Has anything been said since all this fiasco started? Has that club come out and said anything?
Nope.
They won't.
I heard rumours they were trying to organise free buses for Wembley as like a way to make up for it.
They should have been doing that anyway because there's a train strike.
True. Yeah.
That don't help.
Yeah.
But listen, they'll sort something out, hopefully. You know. Taking the Liverpool attitude, is Alan a City fan? I'm not sure anymore.
Well, I want the Champions League. I want the Champions League.
Alan.
Don't start.
You know, it's like we don't have private messages to him, innit? You know what I mean? It's just like ding dong.
So everyone knows I get bollocked every single week that I'm on here because Martin will ring me up and bollock me. Don't say this, don't say that. Be positive.
No. What I say is, I'm sick of reading comments of people going, I'm sick of Alan being negative, and then Alan anyway,
why do you ask Vader which trophy he wants?
Why don't you let me host it and you be quiet down there in the corner? Thank you very much.
Okay.
You know, one day
I do like that
Vader.
Alan does share with us. Alan does share with us what he does do in the group chat. I'm glad that the fans are able to hear how he approaches or how he deals with games, because that's entertainment. I can't lie.
It's not for me.
No, I guess you got to take that in doses. But for me, that it's on the occasion that I get the Allen City experience. That, yeah, I guess I appreciate it more than you do.
Only because I get 15,000 WhatsApp messages.
During the game. Yeah.
Anyway, Vader, West Ham United, is this a tricky one for you, or are you thinking, like others have said, West Ham might be all eggs in the Europa League?
You know what? To do it properly, we got to see who do they play after us, how many days after us do they play, because I think they have us another game and then they play Europa, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
They have got, I will just get them up for you now.
They've got United at home on the weekend.
Yeah.
Aha.
They've got United at home on Sunday, 7:00. That's weird.
So, I mean, I would think that of all the games, the game closest to them playing in Europa is the one where they're probably looking to play it safe and have guys, quote unquote, rotated or rested. So I think we should expect, I mean, a proper manager would want them to stay in rhythm and stay in form. So we should expect a good squad from West Ham. And I mean, I think we should take the very same approach. We're going to be putting forward a very good team because, again, we got to keep that rhythm going. We don't want anyone looking at any opponent lightly. So, yeah, I think Pep's going to have them drill to take on West Ham for the team that they are because, I mean, yeah, they're further along in this Europa conference and they deserve it. So they're a quality opponent despite where they are in the league.
I think they've got better players than what they've done this year. I'm surprised that they are where they are, to be honest with you, Vader, because I rate them as a top 10 side, and they've not achieved in the league this year. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, they've fallen off.
Alan, I just think as a squad, like there is talent there, but they just lack the depth to be more competitive in the league. So you do get the sense that, and I have been able to watch a bit of West Ham during their Conference League matches, and they're a completely different team compared to what they are in the league. So there is a sense of, well, I've got a sense that they do seem to prioritise the Conference League. Maybe they feel like that's their best chance of winning some silverware. And it'd be great to see them win it, because I think they're a team that's
absolutely.
A team that's been in the wilderness for decades in terms of accolades and honours, club honours. So fair play to them. But yeah, look, to say what you're saying, so the thing is, I think we just get fallen too much of that trap of the successful team that they were last season. Where they were basically knocking on the door of European spots and were very, very competitive. The proof was there. We nearly dropped all 3 points against them at the London Stadium at the end of last season. So it's there, but I think it comes down to they've made some moves, but the problem is they're a club that just hasn't got enough money to invest into supreme depth so that they can be competitive on more than one front. I think they probably looked at where they were during the season, saw that they were playing very, very well in the Conference League group stages, and decided to continue with that form, while at the same time probably just picking the right opposition on weekends to play and get their points and stay above the drop zone. So in a way, they've just been sort of like playing almost like tactical victories while they sort of feel like while their eggs are in the Conference League basket.
I'll ask you one question though. Before the season started, where did you think they would end up, and where they
I don't know if I ever had a prediction for them, but I had a feeling they would probably be a couple of places lower than what they were last season. So somewhere sort of like mid-table, maybe just above mid-table.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I honestly thought.
To be honest, they're probably only 2 wins away from probably getting back towards mid-table anyway.
I honestly think they overachieved last season. And I had this argument on WhatsApp with a lot of people. I thought they overachieved. Yeah. I don't think they've got a very good squad at all. When people say top 10, when you start saying top 10, I start looking, right, who am I going to take out of that squad?
Declan Rice is going to leave it at the end of the season.
Is he better than Rodri Allen? No.
He's not. I'm not saying that, but he's still better.
He's not talking about going to City. He's just talking about.
He's still better than some of the. You'd get in some of the top 6 teams.
Yes, he would. He would. Would he get in them all? I'm not sure.
He won't get in cities, but he's certainly get into Man U's. He's certainly getting to Liverpool.
Oh, hang on. So you think he's better than Casemiro?
Casemiro's
you got Casemiro, McTominay, and Eriksen on rotation in the 6.
Liverpool.
Casemiro, Eriksen, and McTominay, and Fred. And Fred in the 6 rotation role. So he's just going to be another squad player.
He hasn't got. Liverpool don't have a midfield. He'd get the Liverpool team. He'd probably get in the Arsenal team, but some Arsenal fans don't think he's better than Thomas Partey. So does he get in there?
Probably I think he's better than Thomas Partey. I think Newcastle would probably fit into. To be honest with you.
See, I think Liverpool makes sense for him, because if they just logically speaking, if they were going to use that Bellingham money that they supposedly put a bid in for him, that would be enough. West Ham would take that at the drop of a hat for Declan Rice.
Yeah, I agree.
And then if the talk's true about them getting Mason Mount, then that would make sense too, because Mason Mount and Declan Rice are good buddies because they came up in the Chelsea academy together.
See, I think Declan Rice is a good player.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a top player in my opinion.
Right.
I don't think he's quite at the upper echelons. I think he's a step below that. Now, some might say that's a bit harsh, but when I'm talking upper echelons, I'm talking your Rodri, Casemiro's. Talking that level. And I don't think he is in that level. So, and the thing is, he's a very good player and he'll do very, very well. I just look at West Ham as I did think they overachieved last year. Because I don't think they've got decent front men. Antonio, flat to deceive for a very, very long time. Fits and starts, done it for years.
Yeah.
Fits and starts, really.
How amazing was that statistic that Talkshot came out about, where they said what they've spent? In the Gold Sullivan era, they've paid for 53 strikers since Gold and Sullivan came in. 53 strikers, 22 of them have never scored a goal for West Ham.
What do you think of Bowen? Bowen always scores against us, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does.
Does it make him see, this is what I mean. We do as fans, we look into very weird statistics. So you just said that Bowen's always scored against us. Doesn't make him a top player, though.
Well, I'm not saying that, but he still can score goals. I'm looking at the squad they've got here. See, I don't rate Kurt Zouma. I think he's a very average defender.
I mean, they got Kufel, Kira, Ogbonna, don't rate. Aguad, don't really rate. I thought he was awful. In fact, I thought he was playing for United at one point in that cup game. For anyone watched that cup game at the Swamp, I thought he was in the United shirt. He kept giving him the ball. Cresswell, but Cresswell was meant to be the next big thing coming out for England. Emerson, Downs, Lanzini, Paqueta, I do like him. Fornells, Cornet. Has he really developed more from Burnley? Not really. So I look at West Ham and I think, if you told me West Ham were like 13th, I'd say that's where their squad is for me, about 13th.
Yeah.
Should always be hovering around mid-table, close to mid-table.
To me, that's just below. But some will say mid. It's a toss of a coin. But I genuinely think Manchester City, what we've got to be careful of is, I know people are on about rotation, but I don't think we can rotate as many as people are hoping. Because simpler, we're in a title fight. This title is not won. I'm hearing a lot of, well, we've won it, we've done this. We haven't, yes. We're the favourites.
We haven't.
Put the brakes, put the brakes on that talk,
We need 5 wins. We need 5 wins to win it. It's a simple.
Exactly. Let's just get these 5 wins done.
Yeah.
Actually, most important, let's just get the 2 wins, because you know what happens if we get 2 more wins? It's 10 straight seasons above United.
That's good.
Hey,
but I got my priorities in check. So
who thought this 20 years ago, eh?
Vader is here.
We'll definitely talk about it when it's mathematically done. We'll talk about it.
Vader will be back in a minute when he's just getting his low for it. I think he's in Publix or something. I don't know if they even have a Publix in Canada.
It's probably Tim Hortons.
You can't get groceries from Tim Hortons.
We just got to make sure.
He's Canadian. They can't go 2 hours without going to Tim Hortons.
We just got to make sure our ass.
You got an issue with bloody Canadians, you?
No, I like ribbing them because they keep ribbing us because they think half our population lives over there.
Pardo, he is better than Phillips, but Phillips is a backup, mate. Rice isn't a backup. That's the difference. Thanks, Muddy Duck, mate. Blue Out. I was answering Pat's beginning, so I thought West Ham would finish 11th. Yeah, I think we're all kind of at roughly the same thing.
Yeah.
Going to be a relatively easy game, to be fair, being at home. Fine. That's your opinion. I never look at any game relatively easily.
They're fighting, and they're not as bad as what you think. To be fair,
man, I could just see this. I could just see this being another, maybe not another Leicester, but another one where it's like we try to get the 3 goals by halftime, and then we just really take our foot off the gas. Hopefully, without the 5 substitutions or within 5 minutes of each other, which just ruins everything.
Okay.
But I just feel like we're going to go for it in the first 45, and then just cruise, keep the ball in the second.
What is going to happen if certain players don't get rested? So, which certain players would we all like to see rested?
Gundo. I would like to see Gundo get a rest.
Right, so Gundo. Okay.
He's so laggy at the moment.
Yeah.
You're gonna hit a problem in a minute that I'm gonna bring to you, so you better be prepared for it.
Well, I know, because if KDB's not playing, you have to play Gundo.
No, you just continue with the ones you want rested. I'm about to sting you all with a bit of a problem.
Okay. Well, I'd like to see Gundo be rested.
For who?
Bernardo can go and play in there.
Okay, Matt, so that's Bernardo. Who's your next one rested?
I'm trying to think now who else would arrest. There's no. I'd play the same team, but I actually would. I do think Gundo needs a rest, but I don't think he.
If
will
I could
rest.
say one,
so you're just resting one.
Yeah, because KDB's not playing.
Right. No, but what I'm saying is here, Alan, Pat, and later when he comes back, Pardo said injuries will happen if certain players are not rested. So what?
I
are we
agree.
talking about? Rested then?
Yeah, well,
if I could pick one, because I think he needs a rest after quite a very good few months post World Cup, is Grealish deserves a rest. He feels like he's playing every single game, like for like. Sorry, probably Phil Foden. Probably Phil Foden. I can't really think of anybody that's like for like that can play out on the left hand side.
Can I just double check? When you say rest, are you talking out of the squad or on the bench?
On the bench, because he may need to be called upon in case there's an injury.
Not really a rest though, then.
Well, it is.
Something Pep alluded to the other day, because they're still running around and they're still warming up and all that.
Yeah. But
I mean, still,
to me, Gundo needs to go on the bench.
The only reason I ask is this, and I made this point, Pat, you know I'm going to say it, and Beta might not. I looked at the team the other day. I looked at the subs. We had 2 goalies on the bench. Rico Lewis, Phil Foden, Perone, Gomez, Ortega, Laporte, and Phillips. Other than Bernardo and Foden, we had nobody really to come off and do anything.
Yeah.
This is my point. We don't have this luxury of rotating 3 and 4 around that we all think we've got.
No, you can't rotate any more than one at a time. I think one per game, really, and then just B squad when you're hopefully trying to hold down a 3-0 lead with 20 minutes to play.
I mean, like King Cloud said, rest Grealish, give Phillips start. Gundos needs a rest, but the trouble exactly who's coming in though.
Yeah, it's got to be like for like.
Because are you all willing to keep Mahrez in the team then for tomorrow?
For tomorrow, yeah.
Wednesday. No, what I'm saying about, because a lot of people saying about resting, but we looked at it. No, and I don't seem to think we're robots, Pardo. I'm saying our bench is not as good as we think it is, Pardo.
Oh, it is a bit of. Yeah, I agree with our bench. It's not as strong as people might think.
Are you willing, Pardo, to take the hit, rest your players down for a couple of games, and maybe not get a win?
I said this yesterday at the start of your show, Martin. Was if Arsenal were to drop points against Chelsea or Newcastle, any one of those games, then that actually gives us a luxury of being able to do that. It's up to Arsenal to keep the pressure. And the question is, will they? I don't know. I
looked at the bench for Fulham, and I think they'll
smash Chelsea.
Other than Bernardo and Foden, there wasn't really anybody you could bring on.
Yeah, in yesterday's,
because we have 2 goalies on the bench.
All right, let's actually work this out though, because we play Wednesday, we play again on Sunday,
Saturday.
On Saturday, and do we play Tuesday or Wednesday?
Good question.
Because I think Pep for rhythm, I think Pep probably plays
Tuesday.
We play Tuesday. Pep probably plays the stronger team on Wednesday. And then the rotation that we're kind of speculating on, it's starting to rain. Oh my gosh, this is hail. What the heck is going on here?
Breaking news. Somebody doesn't see in Canada. No, I'm kidding, because they see snow in Canada.
No, it was, these were ice pellets for a second. I'd show you guys, but I should focus on the road. In
the interest of self-preservation,
I think a strong team is played on Wednesday. There's rotation that's done on the weekend because the next game is Champions League. We're probably, for rhythm's sake, we're probably looking to have a pretty strong team. If I would think. I don't know. You guys disagree with the?
No, but like Blue Out says here, I'd say Gundo, Jack, and KDB to save them. So which 3 we're putting in, and maybe Johnny Stones too. So who comes in for Gundo? Who comes in for Jack? You'll be saying Alvarez for Kevin. Presume you're going to say Foden for Jack, Who comes in for Gundo? Because there's only one guy, and he ain't going to trust him.
Phillips. Oh, can you imagine if Phillips played Martin and be on the pitch? What's going on? What's going on?
No, Alan, he ain't going to do it. This is what I'm saying. It's all right us all saying it. We haven't got the luxury of benching 4 and 5 players.
I know. Mate, if Phillips
don't
starts,
have it.
All I'm going to do, if Phillips starts tomorrow, I'm going to FaceTime you in the stand just to see what your reaction is.
Where's our squad depth gone? Our squad depth was not great last season. Because didn't we talk about we had a load of kids on the bench for a lot of the season? Even last season, didn't we? I seem to remember us talking about. There was McAtee on the bench. There was, exactly, Muddy Duck. Apparently, keep getting told we've got this huge squad. I don't know where people have got it from.
Huge squad that consists of 2 goalkeepers.
Full of £50 million players. All of them. Yeah. That's what I get told.
But apparently so. But our squad's that deep. We've got 2 goalkeepers sat on the bench. Rest Rodri for Phillips. Phillips didn't get trusted against Sheffield United, Timmer. This is what I mean. No one can answer me this. He didn't get trusted against Sheffield United.
Yeah, I don't know. I might be in the minority here. I don't think we rest in the West Ham game. I think if we're going to be going back and forth and trying to figure out what Pep might do, I think the rotation and the rest happens on the weekend.
Yeah.
See, I like the sound of that. I feel like your stronger lineup would be against West Ham because
I can't see Arsenal losing. I can't see Arsenal losing against Chelsea. To be honest, I think Arsenal destroy them.
See, like Pardo, who put it, so we can't rotate. No, I'm not saying we can't rotate. So we can't rotate 3 or 4 at the same time, mate. We don't have the squad for that. Unless you're willing to put a Gomez in, a Phillips in, a Palmer in, and all that, then great, we can do it.
I have no problems about putting Palmer on the pitch for half an hour if necessary. I think he'll do all right. But the squad depth is not big.
Why is everyone doing this at this time? We've not done it all season. So we get to the last 6 games and everyone's chucking rotation around now.
We're going to make sure our players are fit for Madrid.
Then don't go. Hang on. No, don't go for the treble then, Alan. Keep telling everyone this.
We are going for
it. I want a treble and then get here and start.
We are going for it, mate. We are going for it.
Right. I'm sorry. If we chuck the league away for the Champions League, fans will have blue murder over here, Alan.
Oh, I know that.
I know. We'll stop saying it, going. It's what you want. Not a lot of fans here want that. This is the problem. This is why a treble has not been done in 25 years.
Oh, I know. But it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice.
It'd be very nice, but it's what you do. Because I remember people were saying Akanji was out on his feet the other night.
No, he wasn't.
He was actually, to be fair. He was knackered, Alan.
Well, they all looked tired the other day.
So you can't rest all 11.
Exactly. They all looked tired.
Pep said after the second leg against Bayern, he said they were all knackered. They're all still recovering from Germany away.
Yeah. They took a lot out of them, didn't it, to be fair?
Yep.
And he looked like
Phillips, Palmer, Gomez and Laporte. Emerick Laporte's just lost all trust at the minute. I don't know what has happened with that.
You know the players are tired.
With that.
You know the players are tired when you have fans like Martin traveling internationally, dealing with the home game versus Arsenal, and letting you know in the group chat, like, I need a couple of days rest.
Well,
so
I think we should. I think I need to get involved in a group WhatsApp chat with Martin. I'm gonna put Vader in so you can see our group chat during the game, mate.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to plug my phone in based off of the number of messages that go back and forth.
Yeah.
8 of the messages are one way, mate.
Yeah, all I get is relax, calm down.
Balance each other out.
No, hey, Charlie, that's the problem. That's why the treble's not been done for 24, 25 years, mate.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to do.
Yeah, it is hard.
Especially with a squad our size. And especially with players who are not happy bunnies.
I remember when United won the FA Cup in that treble. They played their second string in the final and won. So, because I remember Terry Sheringham playing with Cole up front in that game.
Because I've no problem. For me, Alvarez will go in for KDB. I thought Alvarez was man of the match against Fulham, so he should play.
Yeah.
Foden can probably come in for Grealish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahrez I'm really dodgy about because I'll be honest with you.
I've no problems with Grealish playing. I just think he's earned the right to have a rest.
Who?
Grealish. Like I have no problem with him starting, but I just think his performances over the last few months, he's earned the right to have a rest. Just once.
No one
feels
can
like
tell
he's
me
starting every game. Yeah.
No one can tell me Mahrez had a good game Saturday.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think he's going to try.
That's for sure.
He's going to have a go at it.
He did his job. There wasn't anything really special. You know what? Actually, he did his job. It wasn't.
I'll be honest with you, mate. The second half, none of them had a good game. I thought they were poor second half.
You could tell that they were it was one of those games where you keep asking the ref how many minutes are left. How many minutes left? Like that seemed how they were performing that game. Like they just won.
You got to give them credit to keeping Fulham a clean sheet in the second half away at Fulham, a team that's really performed very well this season. To keep a clean sheet while most of your squad's leggy. There was a testament to the squad getting through that game.
There wasn't one person in the pub while watching the game, and I'm sure people that were there that weren't worried second half because we were all worried that we might concede. There wasn't one person.
Sometimes you need one of those games.
Exactly. I know people don't like this. I probably see Leeds, the rotation game, more. And Julius just put another support. I think he'll rotate more against Leeds than he will against West Ham. We agree
with that. More rotation for Leeds, given what's happening a few days after that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Chelsea get a result against Arsenal, we can afford to, then can't we?
Yeah.
Charlie, that's fine, but others have said on air Gundogan needs a rest.
Yeah, he does massively. He does need a week off. Okay, well, at least a game off.
We can also
need rest.
Yeah, they do.
But here's what we can look at. We want to do our best for these players to maybe in the course of the next 2 games to play 60 minutes in one. I don't know, another 50 minutes in the other, so it's not like 90 minutes back to back. Rodri's one where I think he maybe plays more so on Wednesday, less on the weekend. And like even when we talk about rest between Gundogan, Silva, obviously KDB fully out the squad, but those guys, one of them starting and then subbing on kind of gives them that rest. I think there's going to be ways to get around it. We just don't want to see them playing a full 90. That's when we're like, oh, this is going to add up.
I think Oaks has a good question here to you three, to me. Why have we got players like Phillips, Gomez, Palmer, and Perone then if they ain't trusted to play again?
Because
I can answer 2 of those. Perone, I think, was bought because it was the time to buy him. Mm-hmm. Gomez was we ain't got nobody else.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Gomez, we have to remember
if Rodriguez down long term.
Anyway. The idea was Gomez was going on loan to Girona. The reason that got stopped was because we pulled the plug on the Cucurella deal. Right. If Cucurella or another left back could have come in, Sergio Gomez would now be at Girona.
Yep.
Pep said that. So Gomez is here by fluke. Don't mean that in any disrespect. He's here by total fluke.
And Perone, I think, was signed just so he could beat everybody else to it.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't, he'd be snapped up by another team this summer.
I think Peroni's only been on the bench 3 times since he signed in January.
Yeah.
Which tells me where he is. He's only been on the bench 3 times.
He's next year.
I don't even think he's next year, Alan.
Do you not think?
No, I think he'll be on loan next year.
Even if he plays pre-season, I think he's on loan.
Because again, you got McAtee who will come back.
McAtee will stay at Sheffield United, and so will Pep.
There's talk of giving him a new contract.
Yeah, but they still have him on contract, but they still can bang him on loan. He's going to get first team football all next season at Sheffield United.
A lot can change in the summertime. Yeah. When I saw,
I like the idea of a loan. I like the idea of a loan back to Sheffield for McAtee because one season bringing him up, and then hopefully one season keeping him up is good. It's good development for his career.
He played Premier League, so we can assess it.
Stop it, Charlie. Yeah. You're being silly now. Gundo needs a rest play. Alvarez isn't a CDM. All the deep line is give over. Oh dear. No, I think you got to remember we've no KDB. So that's where Alvarez comes in. So Alvarez is going to start. I mean, for me personally, I'll give you my team. I think it'll be Edison. I think Aki even comes back tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
No.
Or Wednesday night? Okay.
He was smiling happy as Larry in training.
Okay.
As Martin drove past.
I just think right now, and people are going to kill me for this, get the game won and rest down. We can't march into this treble situation and then start bitching and moaning about the situation we're in when we're in it. We all wanted it. We all knew where we were coming into.
You know what? I know we're doing this show based off of scheduling, but a lot.
It'd be better if we'd have known tomorrow, yeah.
A lot changes after tomorrow's result.
Yeah. Pep might just come out and go, yeah, everyone's fit. I don't know. and then we don't know what we're doing.
Wow.
You can't say that, Fifi, because you don't know, mate. You don't know.
I got to drop for a sec. I'm gonna continue to listen, and if timing permits, I'm gonna jump in studio and check you guys.
Oh, Conway. Rumours are that Sam Allardyce is to be appointed Leeds manager before us.
Yeah, it is.
Big Sam.
I just read
by the way, I thought Lampard getting sacked, according to you.
Yeah, just read that myself.
Hang on, you brought the news. Lampard was being sacked. He's still at Chelsea.
No, mate, don't worry. I want Poch will be in charge very soon there.
I can't read that.
So I'll try and read them out. We can't load both McAtee and Dials. We can't loan both. Yeah, there you go. We can't loan them both Sheffield United under the new rules. Yeah,
what's the rules? What's the rules, mate? If you mind me asking.
Something to do. They can't have 2 consecutive loans to the same club.
Can they not? Oh, right, okay.
It's to stop you. Remember, they came out with it because remember when Chelsea used to do it, and they had like 95 players out on loan at Royal Antwerp.
Yeah.
They got told no, you can't do that.
So they've got to, after one spell, after a year, they've got to move.
Callum Doyle is not. Big step up, mate, from Sunderland or wherever he's at to us, mate. Massive step.
I think they might sell young Doyle though.
Just a quick mention, everybody out there too. Very happy birthday to this man right here. 48 years, would have been 48 years young today.
Hey,
Mark Vivian Foley.
Yeah, happy birthday to the good man.
48,
yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in paradise.
Yeah. He passed away the same day as my granddad.
Jeez, wow.
No, Bernardo will go into Gundo's position, and then Alvarez push further up. No, Alvarez will be in the KDB role.
Yeah, correct.
Because KDB won't probably play tomorrow.
No.
It's tomorrow. Yeah, and it's Wednesday, not tomorrow. It's because it's already Tuesday for these two.
Yeah, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday here.
No, please. He couldn't be ready yet. He's training today, Pardo. This is the problem. We don't know. Veta makes a great point. We don't know because we haven't heard the press conference yet. It is. We're sort of surmising at the minute. I'm just always a believer of get the game won and let's get off.
Yeah.
Is it still hailing in Toronto? Right?
No, it's finally calmed down. I don't know if the microphone was picking up all of the hail hitting the window and the roof, but no, it was ridiculous.
Give it 10 minutes. Give it 10 minutes. It'll start snowing.
It better not. The cherry blossoms are out. It's spring.
Would anyone leave Ake alone and not play him at all tomorrow? Wednesday.
I will play him Wednesday. I make sure his leg is right.
Yeah, maybe not start, but even if he came on and played the last 25, 30.
I wouldn't even do that. I'd make sure he's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hammy, if he rips his hammy, he's out for the rest of the season. I'm gonna make sure.
Where do people got to see Lucia? Why don't we play 4-1-2-1-2 with Ake, Diaz, Stones, Walker? Get Rodri in, CDM, 2 CMs will be Bernardo and Palmer. Why is everyone throwing Cole Palmer into the 11 all of a sudden?
No, he can. He's decent.
Bright young talent, though.
I know he's had very. Rico Lewis might get a bit of a look in the next couple of games. I think as well.
I think.
Can I ask why?
Why he's good enough? That's why.
Why has he not been playing the last 20 games, Alan?
I'm not saying that, but the lad is good enough.
No, and this is what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, but why are we all of a sudden in the total business end of the season and now we're chucking all the reserves in? This is what I'm trying to get my head around.
I'm trying to keep people fit and fresh for the big one next Tuesday.
But Alan, if we does that against West Ham or Leeds and we get beat, your phone will blow up with the amount of abuse that will come out of your mouth towards Pep. No, and listen, I'm not saying it's a bad idea or a good idea. What I'm saying is, why are we choosing now to start Palmer, Rico Lewis, Peroni job? Games beforehand.
You can't do it at the business end of the season.
You understand what I mean? You understand what I'm getting at?
But I'm just thinking about what happened.
That was to come forward.
I got Martin. You're asking me why? After watching them second half against Fulham, they all look tired out, and you need to. If you see them tired out, you have to start playing other players. Give them the rest, even if it's on the bench.
But then, if we lose the game, Alan, you'll go mad.
I don't think we will lose the game against West Ham or Leeds. As long as he doesn't do a 5 or a 7 change, and it's just three changes, 2 or 3 changes, he's fine.
Mate, he's just going to drop while he goes into his house, and we're still on. He'll come in. If not, go and give Veta Games TV a lot of love. Great show over there. Go and give it a lot of love. Hit that subscribe button, a lot of love.
Yeah.
Cheers, Veta.
Martin, do you think other results may determine what Pep decides to play? Because if Chelsea were to get 3 points tomorrow, that may put us in a position where we may be allowed to have a little bit of a free hit.
Well, I think he definitely will do if Chelsea beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
Where's that game at?
Anything can happen. It's at the Emirates. It's at the Emirates.
Oh well, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Anything can happen in that game. I've seen that fixture happen before, where form just goes out the door. It is effectively like a derby.
I cannot see Chelsea getting a result. To be honest with you,
you never know. But But Arsenal's confidence is shot at the moment. If out of the two teams, if one team was going to rebuild that confidence first, it would be Arsenal. But
Lucy, your opinion, but how did Palmer prove himself against Burnley?
Lucy proved himself against a championship team. You can't prove yourself against a championship team for the run for the end of a Premier League season. I get what you're saying. There's quality there, but he's not ready. He's not ready to take the reins at the business.
This is what I'm saying. He didn't even start against Burnley. He came off the bench.
Would you start against Sheffield?
All right, question for you. If he was picked, do you trust him?
No. I don't think he's good enough for the minute, Alan.
No.
All right, fair enough.
And you know what? Cole Palmer's said that.
Yeah.
Cole Palmer said he ain't good enough for the minute.
Yeah, man. Yeah. When was the last time Cole Palmer was in what we'd probably say some sort of rich vein of form? Early to middle last season. Early to middle last season. Never mind last season. Early to middle last season. He's a player that could put in performances while the team's before the team hits its stride, because that's what a lot of academy players do. They want to come out of the block strong to prove themselves to the team until the senior players come in and start take over and get the squad into form. You're not going to change that now. You're not going to. Yeah, you can't change it.
Yeah, we're talking a Manchester City starting 11.
Yeah.
I know it's great and it's so lovely sentimental wise. Get Palmer and get Doyle, bring Doyle in, and when he comes back, and I get it. It's lovely and sentimental, but
we all like to see youngsters who are
you don't win your trophies, Alan.
I know.
Because under one breath, you're sat there telling me 30 minutes ago the club want to win the Champions League at all costs. I've read it. No, in fact, I've been told it by Pep. He rang me up on my mobile and said, hello, Alan. We want to win the Champions League.
I told you not to give him his number.
Man,
I told you not to give him his number.
And now you're telling me, play Palmer and Rico Lewis and Billy Bob next door against West Ham and Leeds. Which one is it, Alan? You flip-flop being on the show.
I do want to win the Champions League this year, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, no, the thing with Rico Lewis is I think he's being treated like Foden. Dipped in, dipped out.
Yeah, he's fallen into that category.
This might be a bigger. I know that was the worst accent ever.
I just saw that's what I was
trying to do a Spanish accent. It didn't do very good. I apologize.
That'll put you in good stead for Tenerife later this month.
I mean, I've got it. See, this brings me back to a bigger question: do City need to have a better quality squad?
See, Martin, the problem is that's where you draw. That's that fine line between building a better squad, but then how much is that squad going to come kicking Pep's door down when they don't play for 3 games? It's such a fine line.
Well,
which is why I've always believed you need to have one of those borderline academy players knocking on the door, like a Phil Foden or Palmer or Rico Lewis. Maybe not the next in line.
Like, get Andy Morrison out.
I love that. It's what I've always said about with the squad depth with centre back, where with defence, where I think the 5th choice should always be an academy player. Midfield, maybe your 6th choice midfielder would be academy, maybe 7th, and then maybe one additional on top of that as well.
Hopefully, one day they'll make that rule.
It's not about making the rule. It's just about what.
I've got the rule, Alan. You got to have 8 homegrown in your squad.
Well, the thing is like the squad players that sit on the bench for the majority of the season, that they're only going to be satisfied in doing that for so long, and then they'll want to move because they want to play football, which is fair.
Yeah, but at that age, being academy players, they'll know their place in the squad. They won't be like players aged 25 to 30 who are just like, hang on a sec, why am I on the bench for 3 games straight? They're not going to be kicking Pep's door down. They're going to be accepting and learning, and Pep's probably going to be monitoring them as much as he's monitoring the players on the pitch.
Yeah.
because then if they're not up to standard, or they're not willing to learn, or just take mental notes, or from what happens on the field, or how Pep's mentality or philosophy is, then he's going to put him on the loan bus out to bloody Girona, or to Troyes in France, or Lommel in Belgium or something.
Stanley, who are you asking that to, mate? If you can tell me who that's to, we can answer. Thank you. Yeah, it was a very poor accent. Let's move on. Listen, I think Palmer's a very good player. I don't think he's Manchester City starting 11 at the moment. And Cole Palmer has actually said that this season.
Man, you alluded to in previous episodes. I like the idea of him being loaned out to Burnley next season. For the sake of his career, I like that call. I like that move.
Yeah. I think it
would be such a boost to Palmer's confidence if he maybe wasn't like the tip spear, but basically was, played a role in keeping them up for next season. I think that would really sort of springboard his career.
Who would I play? Ooh, right. You're asking me now. I'll tell you who I play. I would play. Are you ready? You're sitting down. This is Martin Horsfield's team. Get your pen and paper ready.
I am actually getting my pen and paper.
No, he's getting it. Get your pen and paper. This is my team for Wednesday.
Go on. Yeah.
Go on.
This is what I think it'll be. John Stones. Ruben Diaz. Who was it? John Stones. Akanja. Nathan Acker.
So you're dropping Walker.
Yeah. I think Walker comes in for Leeds and Akanja goes out. And I think Laporte will play against Leeds as well. So I think there'll be 2 defenders drop out for Leeds.
Okay.
Rodri will play. Then I think it'll be Bernardo Silva and Julian Alvarez. Then I think it'll be Phil Foden, Erling Braut Haaland, and Riyad Mahrez.
Okay. Okay.
There you go. There you go, Andre. That's my 11. Because I think Akanja will come out for Leeds, and I think Diaz or Stones, because we haven't got the luxury of resting everyone.
Okay.
Walker will come in, and Diaz or Stones will go out, and Akanja for Leeds, and Laporte will come in.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of who's available that could possibly, but I just can't see anything that would justify changing any sort of player in there. I think that's solid for me. So the only change there really from last week, from the weekend is
Gundogan for Bernardo and Foden and Grealish out.
Yeah.
Grealish out and
Ake in for Akanji. No, Ake in for Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go through mine?
Go on.
Edison. I would go with the same back line as Saturday because I don't think Ake will be fit. I think they'll make sure he's fit, so I don't think he'll play him. I think he'll play Walker, Stones, Diaz, and Akanji. Okay. I think midfield will be Rodri. I think KDB won't be playing, so I think you play Alaves in his position. I would play. I hate to say Alaves.
Alvarez.
Yeah, Alaves. And then
sorry, I'm only joking.
Alaves are mid-table in the league at the moment.
I'm very worried about Gundo playing, but I think they're going to have to play him. and then I'll play Foden on the left, Mahrez on the right, and I will play the Viking up front.
They're doing them now. What do you look? We're going then, Pat. Timmy, you can say it. It ain't going to happen, mate.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, I can't really see anything that would justify being an improvement on what you said, Martin. I'm comfortable and I'm confident with that line.
I
like that. Yeah, I like that call. I'm gonna stick with the lineup similar, the same as yours.
And I am gambling with Aka.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's funny too. Yeah.
And if Ake's not ready, then it's Walker instead. And everybody moves down a place. Yeah,
I just think
that's my provisional.
When you do that, it gives you more rotation for Leeds.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, if Big Sam is going in at Leeds, that changes that Leeds game.
Yeah, it will be a tough game if he's in there.
Because then it's long ball FC.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one. Physical as well. It'd be on a big fat bonus as well if Sam goes in there only. Can you imagine what bonus he is?
Whoa, all right, I learned to stop now. We're not new to the world.
Yeah. Few brown envelopes.
That's Bollicking number 76 coming up when we come off.
Okay.
Gee whiz. Oh, dearie me. Right. Pet wouldn't trust Calvin Phillips to peel the halftime orange. I mean, I can't talk. Maybe we can play Girona in the midfield. Stop it. They won again today.
Yeah, they're knocking on the door of Europe, mate. Girona are knocking on the door of European spots in La Liga.
Yeah. I think Big Sam's gone in a bit too late for them. To be honest, I think he's gone in too late. It's like Everton. I think Everton are just. We'll see, but anyway. But yeah, I'm honestly expecting us, and I don't normally come out with a confident scoreline. I can see us getting another 3 or 4 goals on Wednesday night.
I hope so. I hope you're right, because it'll be good for our goal difference.
Wouldn't it be great if Chelsea just do us that favour tomorrow
night? The only reason I don't think they will.
Free hit over the next 2 matches.
They've no striker, mate. They've no striker. They've got no one that can score goals. Really haven't. It'd be nice to. I'd agree with you.
I expect Arsenal to get the result done, but
big time.
Previous history in this fixture has told me that form goes out the door. It really does.
I hope you're right, Patrick.
Go on then. What's your score prediction then? Pat Muddy Ducks intrigued.
3-0.
I say 2-0. So I'm keeping you up.
4-0. 3-0, 4-0.
For me, mate. Yep.
I hope it's a clean sheet. That's all I'll say.
Why?
Well, when we score goals, our goal difference goes higher and higher. That's another point for me.
Why are you hoping for another clean sheet?
Because these good habits to have for the defences. For the defence, they don't like conceding goals.
Winding him up.
Alaves will score.
Yeah.
Anyway, that brings tonight to a conclusion. West Ham overall is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, it will be. It won't be easy.
But we're at home. Manchester City have only dropped points in 2 games at home this year. One against Brentford, and then obviously the 1-1 against at home to Everton. Other than that, we have wiped the floor with everyone.
As long as our attitude is spot on, we'll be fine.
I was just about to go into a Winston Churchill speech there, but I won't bother anymore.
I could just see you passing as Winston Churchill, mate, giving your speeches in Parliament. There we go.
Yeah, you'd probably interrupt that as well, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't, because I'd be sat watching in the Imperial.
Then shut up and let me get me bit out. That sounds weird. Stop, reverse that.
Oh dear me.
Anyway, it will be a tough game, but I think we've now scored 84 goals, I believe, this season. We're on course to beat even the Centurion goal record at the moment. Score 106. We've got 23 goals we can score. And I think we can get that in six, 7 games. Mr. The Nordic Meat Machine's on the big 5-0. Telling you.
Let's see him break the record for all-time Premier League.
They can come, they can blow the bubbles. We are gonna destroy them. But like I've always said, respect your opponents, never fear them. I honestly think I'm putting my neck on the line. I think City win all their home games. It will come down to the away games.
Yeah, you're right.
City will win all their home games. It will come down to the away ones. And what I will do is I can't do a live from the ETIHAD because the signal is shocking. I don't know what is going on with the Wi-Fi at City at the minute. If Andrew or...
We've got Virgin, that's what it is.
I mean, they haven't. So thanks for jumping in again.
I'll be honest with you, Martin. Yeah, that Wi-Fi at the ETIHAD it's so hard to find, and then when you do, it's absolute rubbish.
Yeah. So that's why I've not done a live. I will do a YouTube short during the team news, and then we'll be back live on Wednesday evening. We are looking about 11:15. Kickoff on Wednesday night, if anyone does not know, is 8 o'clock on Wednesday. I'm presuming it's on TV. 8 o'clock. I've even tried 4G, Charlie. It doesn't work at the ETIHAD. The trouble is, Charlie, with 4G, 50,000 people are trying to use it, and it just
it's like being at a festival.
Slows it all down completely.
It's like being at a festival, mate. It's chaos.
Thanks for another great chat, all. Yes, I predict a 4-0. Come on. I don't know about Ireland, actually. Ireland will score. Thank you, Julia. And by the way, yes, don't forget, if you are new, smash that subscribe. We are actually, and I can't believe I'm saying this, only nearly 350 people short of 2,000 subscribers. And we've still got
on our way to 2K.
Days. Still got a month and 10 days.
So smash the like button, smash the subscribe button if you're not a member.
We've gone up nearly 100 subscribers since last night. And if you haven't watched last night, JSGC, what a show. Always a pleasure to have him on, to get a fellow Avenger on.
Yeah, shame I couldn't be on, Martin, but hopefully get him on the show again too, because his views and analysis on the game is just fantastic.
Oh, they are. Jay's the top lad.
Yeah.
That's why Jay's a fellow Avenger. The guy's got some ball knowledge. I'm trying to wind him up down there, and it's not working. Did you see that intro, Alan?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Memberships. There will be a video on that next week, FIFA. I promise you. I'm going to pick it up tomorrow from an office. I've got something very special to give away on the channel, but I will explain it all in a video. Just bear with us. Probably go out Thursday day. I'm going to record it Thursday. I'll probably record it after the game on Wednesday. No, you can't double subscribe. So there will be memberships, but it may not be a permanent thing. Just bear with us. Don't think, the money grabbing. No.
It's a trial.
Money's
It's a trial.
already been spent. The money has already been spent on something very nice. Very, very nice. You'll see. Just hang fire, FIFA. Been out and I bought it. Don't worry. Anyway, take care. Thank you, Alan, for coming on.
It's all right, mate. No problems. I'll wait for the bollockings to come through the next 20 minutes.
Thank you, Pat, for coming on, mate.
Thanks, Martin. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Always a pleasure. Until next time.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Never a chore. We have it over 1,000 views as well on this video, which is amazing live. So big thank you to everyone. Yeah, thank you to everyone. Smash that like on the way out, because the more likes, the more it goes out to people on unique views. And that's what matters. A shirt? No. Something better than a shirt, Pardo. What I've spent cost a lot more than a shirt.
And if you're watching and you're part of big groups on your Facebook and things like that, share the link so people can watch and then join.
I'll tell you what. It was nearly a couple of £100 what we spent. I'll tell you. Ain't a shirt. And it will go.
Have you been to the souvenir shop lately, Martin?
Nope. Not from a souvenir shop.
No purchases?
Purchase, but not from a souvenir shop.
Oh.
No, Alan, you can't join.
I don't, mate. I've got enough Man City stuff, mate. Trust me, I don't.
Oh, you'll want this.
Well,
Anyway, take care, all. Will be live tomorrow? No, Stokeston. I'm having a day off tomorrow. And I will warn you now, when the season is over, we're having a month off. I'm going recharging batteries. There will be not a signed shirt, Charlie. Wrong again.
Man, you're recharging your batteries before the season even finishes.
Tunnel Club? No, don't be daft. That's an awful thing to give out.
Right. Martin having a month off when signings are coming into the club is not happening, because he'll get that Sheffield United. He'll be straight onto the channel. You know it and we know it.
I trip around ETIHAD with Martin. No, that's punishment. Yeah, I'll be at the parade. We might do
meet up point at the Asda.
it's
via Starbucks.
We're in a loft in Spain.
Yeah.
No, that's not happening, because I'll tell you that in another video. Big Sam takeover next week. There you go. Big Sam to take over. Martin's outside the ground waiting for Bellingham to turn up. I don't need to come into my house. Anyway, take care, all, and we'll see you live post-match, 11:15 here on the Mancunian Way on Wednesday night, where City will hopefully have took 3 points from the Hammers.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you all soon. Have a great rest of your night and tomorrow. I hope you've had a great bank holiday as well. Take care, all.
Go on.